have to see if we can go live.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, we disconnected. Oh, but did we share the old one to the story?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if Peter's going to be able to join again. If not, I think he answered a lot of the questions that were out there. So,
See if Peter's here. Oh, no, that's not Peter.
All right, everybody. So I think that's it. We covered about an hour's worth. I think we answered a lot of the questions that people had. I think it was good, positive news that Peter shared. So thanks for joining us. I will tell Peter thank you as well from everybody. And good luck with this. Good luck over the next few days. I think, again, to summarize what we were saying is that there is a timeline. This will end. And within a few weeks, we'll start to see good data. There's also good information in terms of vaccines. There's good information in terms of, is there another?
Oh, there you go. Waiting for Peter.
Okay, Peter's coming back on. And let's see.
Hi there.
Yeah, sorry, we probably both had a weak connection. But I was just summarizing, Peter, which is that there is good news in terms of the fact that China cases are dropping off, South Korea cases are dropping off. The same thing will probably parallel here. There's a lot of great technological advances happening in both vaccines and cures, and it's amazing the speed about how the world's come together. You gave good guidance on boosting the immune system, particularly avoid stress, smoking, alcohol, sleep well, do exercise, avoid news. And,
and let me just offer out to everybody watching here, if you want to get a good source of how AI and quantum computers and 3D printing and data science and CRISPR and gene therapy and AR and VR are being used to solve this, and how they're transforming economies and so forth, all the sort of exponential tech positive news related to this pandemic, if you go to futureloop.com/C19, it's free to subscribe. You'll get an update every day. It's super high quality. We scrape and scour millions of publications around the world for hard science and breakthroughs, and it's how I keep my positive news. So I hope you'll check it out, and I hope you'll enjoy that.
And Peter, what's the link to your abundance newsletter that you send out? Because I get that, and it's an incredible newsletter.
If you just go to Diamandis.com, which is my my homepage, you'll be able to subscribe to my weekly blog, which is now coming out 2 or 3 times a week. Next one's going to be on boosting your immunity. You also get Abundant Insider there, so just look around. You can subscribe to it there, but just Diamandis.com.
Yeah, I also encourage people read your books Abundance and Bold, and your most recent one, The Future is Faster Than You Think. These are incredible books about the fast-moving pace of current technologies. And again, try to look at the positive news. There is much positive news. The situation's not going to last forever. Tomorrow, I'll do an IG Live at the same time. We could talk a little bit more about the economy. I wanted to focus on the actual good news with this virus and the technologies that are coming out there, and the timeline for this virus.
And just let me just say, I'm just watching some of the feed here from some friends in Italy where the situation is scary and so forth. This is not to be ignored. I don't want to be techno-utopian in this situation. There are a lot of people losing their lives. It's not anywhere near the number right now that it do in the annual flu. It could reach that and surpass that very clearly. But what we have right now is a pandemic of fear, which is destroying the economy and destroying people's businesses and their savings and their ability to afford food and so forth. And that's very real. And it's very real. So my heart goes out to anyone and everyone who's suffering from this physically, medically, emotionally. And again, please protect your mindset is your most critical thing.
This is really important, because it's not like, this is all BS, no more social distancing. Obviously, if you isolate yourselves from people, you're not going to get this virus. It won't transmit to you unless you already have it. But there is positive news. There's an end to this. It's not like this is we're all gonna be locked away for years and years. There's an end, and it's gonna come quicker than we can imagine. There's also stimulus in the economy. There's technological developments that are gonna also lift us out of this in future seasons. So it's important to keep this in mind. I also want to mention that in Peter's Instagram bio is the links he discussed about futureloop.com/C19 and the sign up for his newsletter. Peter, once again, and I also just want to mention real quickly, you see people in grocery stores fighting over toilet paper because of this panic. And
it's crazy. It's insane. I just saw someone, whose father is very ill and who's locked up and can't go see him. I mean, those are the real issues, right? Those are the human story of that, not this insanity over friggin' toilet paper. It's insane.
Yeah, but what's happening is people feel powerless in this situation, and it does regress them to children. We become our primitive selves, which our fight or flight or freeze instincts are triggered in this almost childlike way. And I would say for yourself personally, each person listening, is as you become familiar with this positive news, kind of try to take a break from the anxiety, recognize when you're feeling it. And this is a chance for you to be the hero of this incredible story that we're going through. It's a tragic story, but it's incredible nonetheless. You want to be the hero of your story and not the victim. And this is an important time for all of us to grow through this, because it will end shortly, not soon enough, but it will end. And you'll remember this, and you wanna be able to remember that this was a period for you of growth, even though it was tragic and sad as well. So Peter, thanks so much.
Thank you, James. Please eat right, everybody. Sleep, reduce the stress levels, exercise, spend time with your loved ones and family if you can. The beautiful thing is we now have this kind of technology that we can do that virtually, if not full, a virtual hug instead of necessarily a physical hug. And people didn't have that even 20 years ago, right? I mean, I don't know when FaceTime came out. I remember my first AT&T video phone, which sucked. It was 25 years ago. But we have amazing ability. And while I saw a note earlier why AI scares some people, it is the tool that's going to help scientists really get to this early and solve this faster. And anyway, I am hopeful that we have the tools to address this. I'm just concerned about the fear of pandemic and the economic impact that is. So, James, thank you for reaching out, pal. Thank you for that. I love doing this with you.
No problem. We'll do it again as events continue to occur and there's more news. So thanks again, Peter, and thanks everybody for listening. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. And we also have a podcast coming out with Peter discussing this more in depth. That's coming out. Jay, when's that coming out? Tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow morning, the podcast with Peter.
Yeah, and just for other folks, I'm going to be doing a podcast with Dave Asprey from Bulletproof tomorrow, and then with David Sinclair on Sunday, I think at about 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern time. David's the head of the Longevity Labs at Harvard. So we'll be doing same Instagram live with David on Sunday, and with Dave Asprey, and then Tony Robbins and I will probably do one in a week or so out. David, thank you. You are my first Instagram live connection here, so you popped my cherry here, pal.
Glad to be a participant in that. You're a good-looking guy, so happy to do it. So thanks so much, and I'll see all you guys later. Bye.
See you, everybody.
Yeah, to say and now.